Good afternoon and welcome back to the Watertown Civic Arena, home of the Watertown Arrows. You're watching Arrow TV, the best high school sports broadcast produced by Watertown high school students and Watertown community members. Neither Sam Mooney nor Brian Norberg were able to make it today. So myself, who filled in for the girls a couple times, Conrad Pitkin, a sophomore at Watertown High School, will be filling in for Sam. And Mason Mogg, a junior at Watertown High School, will be filling in for Brian. So I think this is the first time we've had it where two students are calling a game.
Yeah, and I'm excited for this game. It should be a pretty good game. Rapid City Central won last night versus Brookings, so yeah. Yeah,
both teams coming off wins. Both teams coming off wins last night, so both teams going for a sweep because Central plays Brookings and Watertown's playing Stevens and Central, so both teams going for a sweep.
Yeah. Yeah, it'll be interesting to see what happens. Yeah, Brookings last night, they looked okay, but yeah, they pulled that one out by 5 points, so it'll be fun to see how they stack up tonight against Watertown.
Yeah, so Watertown comes into this game 10-1. They're in an 8-game winning streak. Only loss was back on December 20th against T Area, who's also had a really good season so far. But I think overall around the state, Watertown has been a very surprised team, as last year Watertown only won 6 games. And this year they've played 11 games and they already have 4 more wins than they had the entirety of last year.
Yeah, and especially this year, there's been guys who have stepped up.
Yes.
That didn't really have that chance last year. But yeah, those guys who have stepped up have really made this team good. And it shows around the state. If you look at it, like they're 10-1. They could be 11-1 going into Lincoln next week.
Yeah, you got to take care of business today. And
yeah,
as we were saying, one of the players that's really stepped up this year has been Carter Bisker. He's the leading scorer on this team. He played last year, but he wasn't a starter. He was the 6th man. But this year, he's really embraced this role. He's averaging 17.2 points per game. Like I said, he's been the leading scorer of this team, and he's been the spark plug almost.
Yeah, Carter Bisker, yeah, he can shoot from pretty much anywhere. He's our leading scorer, yeah. But he's one of the main guys we go to in the offensive game.
Yeah, as you can see his highlights right here. He can shoot the 3, he can drive, he can pull up for a jumper. I mean, he can do everything offensively.
Yeah, and he's shooting 74% from the free throw line too, 39% from 3. That's really good for stepping up in the way he did.
Yeah, and then another one of the players who stepped up this year has been Jack Mack. He was another player who he was a sophomore last year. He played a little bit. He didn't play a whole lot, but he's came into the starting lineup this year, and he's been great so far.
Yeah, and he just brings height. He brings that extra, or that tall 6'6" build. Yeah, can rebound. Can make shots. Yeah, he's just a vital piece that got added this year. And he's averaging, what, 12 points a game? 12.2 points a game right now?
12.2 points, 6.9 rebounds. As I said, he's the leading rebounder of this team. So, and then you get the 2 returning starters from last year, Caden Decker and Jackson McClemens, who I would say have both upped their play from last year.
Yeah, And Caden Decker, yeah, he's another shooter. They get him the ball a good amount, and he can make those shots in tough moments. Yeah, and he's also very defensive down low.
Great. He's a great defender. I mean, he can get into foul trouble sometimes, but overall, Decker's a great defender. And then Jackson McClemens, he's taken a little lesser of a role this year, but he's still been really good for the Arrows.
Yeah, Jackson McClemens, he just brings another,
tall
more
build.
Size to the team, drives it in, can shoot pretty much anywhere. Yeah, can bring up the ball.
He's the point guard for this Arrows team, so he's another one of those guys who can do everything. And then finally, the last starter, Isaac Rehorst.
Yeah, Isaac, he was hurt earlier this year, but he really stepped up last night, put up 20 points and 10 rebounds.
Yeah, he was great last night.
Yeah, and
see one of his dunks here. He doesn't shoot the three a lot, but he's great in the post. You can get it to him. He can do a post move. He can go up for a dunk, and then defensively he's really good. He gets a bunch of rebounds.
Yes.
So as for Central, they come into this game 3-8, but they did win their third game of the year last night against Brookings. So, you know, they got some momentum coming into this game.
Yeah. And last night versus Brookings, they came out really hot from the three-point line. They shot 60%, 6 for 10
from three in the first quarter alone.
Yeah. So that's one thing that they're going to have to try and do tonight is get hot from the three-point line. But they also are smaller than Watertown for size. So down low, they have to defend well and be able to score down there with Isaac Rehorst and Jack Mack down there.
One of their big keys tonight has got to be rebounding. As we said a little earlier, they don't have the height Watertown has. Their tallest player is 6'4". Two of their starters are 6'4", but Watertown 6'5", 6'6", 6'7". So one of their big keys, they got to get defensive rebounds. They can't let Watertown get second chance points tonight, because if Watertown can get their second chance points like they did last week against Brookings, Watertown's just going to run away with it.
Yes.
So some more things last night for Central. They got into foul trouble really early, so that's one of the things that they're going to have to improve on. They're very aggressive defensively, but sometimes you can get too aggressive. So they changed into a 2-3 zone, and that helped them out a lot.
Yeah, one player that kind of stuck out for me last night was Preston Yellow. He was very aggressive on defense last night.
Picked up 2 fouls in the first minute, so that's something that he's gonna have to compose himself, not let that happen tonight. But he's their point guard, so we didn't get to see. He had to sit a lot in the first half, but when he came back in the second half, they were able to regroup and pull away for the win.
Yeah. Yeah, they are very guard heavy for this Central team, and it'll be fun to see how they run the floor. Yeah,
they like to run the floor a lot. Defensively, they will kind of press a little bit. Well, they won't like fully press, but like once you get to the half court line, they will be on you. So we're gonna send it down to PA announcer Mark Bellum for tonight's ball boys and starting lineups.
Welcome back to today's second half of the doubleheader, featuring the Rapid City Central Cobblers and our Watertown Arrows. Officials for this afternoon's game: Dusty Spurlock, Jason Seitz, and Pregame. Positive treatment of these officials will be expected at all times. Failure to do so could result in removal from this event. Athletic training services in care of our athletes are provided by Prairie Lake Sports Medicine through certified athletic trainer Faith Hewlett. Arrow Care, close to home. And now we will first meet the starters for the Rapid City Central Cobblers. Number 1 is a 6-foot senior guard, Logan Soderland. Number 2 is a 5'11" senior guard, Sean Smith. Number 3, a 5'10" senior guard, Preston Yellow. Number 20, a 6'4" senior forward, Owen Bissonette. And number 24 is a 6'4" senior forward, Julius Duran. Assistant coaches, Connor Virgil, Noah Hammerbeck, Josh Mock, and Vince Spees. Head coach of the Cobblers, TJ Hay. And now let's introduce our ball boys for today's game. Rhett Van Locken, Alex Henderson, Noah Schlepp, Brooks Hay, Lincoln Grimsrud, Owen Johnson, Lucas Johnson, Hudson Evian, Oaken Lindner, Caleb Schleusner, Nate Preston, and Owen Sorensen.
got a bit of a surprise to the starting lineup for the Arrows tonight. We got Dane Stark starting instead of Isaac Rehorst. I got to wonder if Isaac's knee is still bothering him a little bit, or if that was a coaching decision by McClemens to keep up with Central's guards.
Yeah, because he played last night, and he looked fine out there. He played really well. That was probably one of his best games he's had this season. So, yeah, maybe his knee is bothering him a little bit today, but.
Also, maybe, maybe it's coaching decision, keep up with Central's guards, or maybe he's trying to give him a little bit more rest before the Lincoln game on Tuesday. But we are about to get started. We got Jack Mack, jumping for the Arrows, and Owen Bissonette jumping for Central, and he wins the tip. As Yellow will take it to the top of the key, guarded by Decker, over to Bissonette. Over the Yellow, and he hits the three.
There it is right there, like they did last night versus Brookings. They came out hot right away, shooting the three. So we'll see if they can keep that going.
Stark took it up the court for the Arrows, over to Decker. He gets it to Mack at the top of the key, over to Bisker. He's gonna try it, and that one is nothing but net. Bisker responds. Might be seeing a lot of that tonight. This could be a very three-point heavy game.
Yes.
As Yellow takes it back up, he gets it to Smith, guarded by Decker. Decker gets it to Duran, Duran has it, he's gonna drive. He's gonna get it to Bissonette. Back to Duran, who's wide open for three, and he's gonna miss on that one off the rim. And Stark's gonna get it up to Bisker. Bisker's gonna drive, and doesn't get that one to fall. As Yellow's gonna get it stolen by Stark. Now Stark's gonna put it up, and that one's gonna go in. Good defense, good pressure there from the Arrows, forcing a turnover.
Yeah, and Dane last night, he had a lot of those
little fast break
ones. And he's very heavy on the defense. Like right now, even Caden Decker, like up top, they are being very heavily defended.
Solderin's gonna drive. A good cut there from Yellow, good dish, and Bissonette's gonna get fouled going up for that shot. Good offense there from Central, forcing a foul.
Bissonette at the line here.
I believe that foul was on Jackson McClemens. Bissonette's first is nothing but net. His second is too strong, and Dane Stark will come up for the rebound. He's gonna push it, and it's gonna get swiped away. Yellow's gonna end up, or Solderin's gonna end up with it. He's gonna get to Bissonette, who's gonna drive again. That one doesn't fall, and Decker's gonna get the rebound.
Yeah, and that's what they're doing good here now, is they're not letting those second chance points come.
No. Arrows doing a good job with that. Good pass there from Stark, finds Decker wide open for the layup. Good offense there from Bisker to swing it over to Stark, and then Stark is gonna find Decker wide open. Good move there from Yellow, who's gonna put up the layup, and it's gonna go. That's a tough layup there from Yellow. Because now we're gonna throw up the court, and he's gonna pick up a foul on Bisker.
Yeah, he's very heavy defensively. Hopefully he can stay out of foul trouble, because they really need him.
As we mentioned in the pregame, in the first minute yesterday, he picked up 2 fouls, so that'll be a big thing for him. Rehorst checked in for the game for the Arrows as Bisker's gonna try 3, and that one rattles out. Rebound's gonna get tipped around, and Solderin's gonna end up with it. Yellow's gonna get it to Smith, and Yellow's gonna take it back, as he's gonna give it back to Smith, guarded by McClemens. Smith is gonna drive. He's gonna get over to Bissonette for 3. Off the rim, Jack Mack picks up the rebound. He's gonna take it up the court here. He can get it over to Decker. Decker for 3! Off the rim. McClemens comes up with the rebound. He's gonna make a good move, and he's gonna get the and one! Great effort there from McClemens, gets the offensive rebound and puts up the layup while getting fouled, and he's gonna go to the line for an and one. McClemens' free throw goes in, and the Arrows increase their lead to 4. Yellow has it, guarded by Decker. Over to Duran. Back to Soldrin. He gets it back to Yellow, who's going to kick it out to Bissonette. As that one's going to get tipped by McClemens, but it's going to go right to Duran, who misses the layup. Or excuse me, Bissonette missed that one. Those just got to go in.
Yeah, those just wide open ones, especially having that.
And Watertown's going to punish there as Jack Mack picks up the layup as the Cobblers take a timeout. Early timeout there from Central. Watertown's been really good offensively tonight.
Yeah, they're just getting open, and they're working down low. They've had a lot of just fast break, down.
Offensive rebounds. That's one of the things we talked about. Central's gonna have to rebound defensively, and not that they've gotten some, but Watertown's gotten a couple second chance points, so Central's gonna have to pick that up. And then offensively, Central's been moving the ball around pretty well. They just haven't got a couple shots to fall, and Watertown's been playing tough defense.
Yeah, and like that open layup is very costly for them, because Watertown has 2 big guys in Jack Mack and Isaac Rehorst down low, where you got to make those.
Yeah, and if you get a steal while the big guys running up the court and you got a wide open layup, as we said, those just have to go in. So looks like Watertown's going to come out in a 2-2-1 press here.
Raybine's in the game now.
Raybine checks in. Yes, Raybine checks in for the Arrows. Central's going to break the press, but it's going to get stolen. Stark's going to get it, as Stark's going to get fouled.
That one's on Yellow, so that will be his second.
That's going to be his second foul. He's getting into, that's his second foul early, as he's going to be, I would assume he's going to check out as Bendo will come into the game for Central. McClemens to inbound. Over to Raybine, back to McClemens. McClemens to Bisker, wide open for 3. Nothing but net again. That's Bisker's second 3 of the game as the Arrows increase the lead 15-6.
And that's one thing I think Watertown has really improved on this year is 3-point shooting, because pretty much anybody can shoot on the team.
Aside from Rehorst, who doesn't attempt a lot of threes, sits in the post, I think everyone from Watertown is comfortable taking a 3. There's a good move there from Duran as he makes the shot, the floater.
Yeah, and that was very good by Duran there. Just got around the defender.
Pivots and hit the shot.
Yeah.
Bisker's going to have it. Guarded closely by Soldier. He's going to over to Rehorst to Raybine. Raybine's going to dribble with his left to McClemens. As Arrow's going to set up a play here. So McClemens going to drive, and he's going to turn it over as Soldier and pick that one off. As he's going to get it to Smith. Over to Duran. Guarded by McClemens. Good shot fake, good pivot, and he's going to get that one to fall too. That's the second one of those he's made tonight.
Yeah, that's one thing that Central can really look forward to if they're going to start making those.
As McClemens going to get fouled. I believe that foul was on Bendo. It's going to be Central's 4th team foul of the quarter. So any more fouls, Watertown will go to the line in the bonus.
Mack and Decker into the game for Watertown, and Eisler in for Central?
Yes.
And Eisler's another big guy who, for this Central team, he's 6'4", comes off the bench.
Central's going to come out here in a 2-3 zone. You get to Mack to Stark for 3. That one is also nothing but net. Stark hits the 3 as the lead increases to 8 for the Arrows here.
And this whole weekend, Stark has just been on fire. He's played with a lot of confidence.
I think last night was probably his best game of the year.
Yeah, he's played really well this past week.
As I believe Soldrin's going to get fouled there by Raybine, I believe. I could be wrong on that, though. So Central will have it underneath. Smith will inbound. Over to Eisler, and that one's going to be tipped out of bounds by Raybine, so Central will keep it.
I like to see that Watertown's applying pressure right now.
Yes.
On the
That's
inbounds.
one of the things, you know, you match Central's energies. Like yesterday, they came out very energetic, and they have today, I would say, too. So Watertown has matched that really well. Smith picked up his dribble as that one's going to get stolen by Decker, and we're going to get a held ball. Possession arrow will be to the Arrows, though.
Like right there, Decker comes up right next to him.
Pressures him really well.
Pressured, yep.
So Smith picks up his dribble. Decker pressures him, forces a held ball, and the Arrows going to get the ball. So Stark will take it up the court. He's going to get it to Rabine. Rabine dribbles with his left over to Decker. Decker back to Stark. Rabine cuts in. Out to Mack. Fakes the three, drives, puts up the layup, and that one's in as the Arrows score 20 points here in the first quarter.
Yeah, 10-point difference right now. If they can keep it at this.
Keep this pace up, and
yeah,
they might be unstoppable tonight. Bendo to Duran, guarded by Mac. Duran's gonna pull the three. That one's short, and that's gonna scrum for it. Decker's gonna end up with the rebound. He's gonna get the Stark, who's gonna take it up the floor. He's gonna push it up quick to Rehorst. Rehorst into Mac. Rehorst cuts. Mac doesn't go for it, and Mac's gonna get called for travel.
Bisker and McClemens into the game for the Arrows.
Rabine and Stark check out. So the usual starting five for the Arrows in the game here. Smith will take it up the floor, guarded by Decker.
And Smith, he's another guy who is...
That one's picked off by McClemens. He's gonna dish it to Decker, back to McClemens, and that one goes off his foot. And we're gonna get a foul.
That one's on Smith.
I believe that one is on Smith. So Arrows will go to the line as that is Central's 5th foul of the half, as we got a replay here on that. Decker tried to get it back to McClemens, but he kind of threw it short and it bounced into McClemens' knee, and then he got fouled going for the ball. McClemens' first free throw rattles in. His second is nothing but net. Arrows increase the lead to 12. As Arrows gonna play a 2-2-1 zone here, apply some pressure. Central's gonna try to break it, get it to Duran, who gets it across. As they try to trap, doesn't work. Smith is gonna drive, he's gonna kick it out to Soldier for three. Nothing but net. Central responds.
And that's his first points of the game.
That one almost gets out of bounds. They're gonna swing it to Decker, back to Bisker, to McClemens, back to Mack. And we're gonna get kickball, I believe. We're gonna get kickball. Arrows are gonna have it under the basket with 42 seconds left here in the first quarter.
Bisker to inbound it. Up to Mack. And we got a foul on
there.
Solderlin as he ran into Rehorst there.
I don't believe he agreed with that call. We got a replay here. Yeah, it gets thrown in, and it looks like he just hits him on the arm or the leg, and that's going to get called every time as Rehorst is going to go to the line.
That's one of those, though. He was trying to go for the steal, but he just got too much body in the way.
Rehorst's first one rattles in as McClemens will check out, as Stark will come back in the game. Rehorst's second is also good. He goes 2 for 2 from the line as the Arrows increase their lead back to 11. Good break there, but he almost got trapped as we got a trap in the corner from Rehorst and Decker. They get out of it though, as Smith has it, kicks it to Solderlin, back to Smith, and a foul call on Jack Mack. A little too aggressive there on defense, as trying to go for that steal, he hits his arm. But good aggressiveness from the Arrows.
Yeah. And Central moved the ball really well there, getting it out of the corner.
Yeah, getting out of that trap. Smith has it, guarded closely by Stark. He can get it to Eisler. Good move there from Eisler, and he's going to get fouled
by Isaac Rehorst. So he'll go to the line. Watertown's 4th foul.
Rehorse's first personal. First one is nothing but net. 14.6 seconds left here in the first quarter, so it'll be interesting to see what happens here after this rebound or inbound. Second is too long, but Central gets the rebound back as Duran had it. He gave it to Eisler. Now Soderlund has it.
Up to Duran.
Duran's going to drive to his left. He's going to put up a wild shot, and that one's not going to go in. As Mac gets it, and he launches it way too late, though. As that'll be the end of the first quarter, as the Arrows lead the Cobblers 24-14. We will be back with the second quarter after this break. Welcome back to the Civic Arena as we have some first half highlights there of a fairly competitive first quarter, but Watertown at some point dominated.
Yeah, they had a lot of fast break points that they got. You can kind of see with the height differential down low. They've scored a lot down low, but they've also shot the ball really well from outside. Carter Bisker has 6 points, two
three-pointers. Dean Stark had a three-pointer. So Watertown good shooting outside, inside, and they got to the free throw line a couple times and they were hitting their shots. So we'll see how Watertown comes out in the second quarter and Central, how they respond.
Yeah.
They didn't shoot the three as well as they have. Central went 2 for 6 from 3 in the first quarter, as the Arrows went 3 for 5. And the Arrows went 5 for 5 from the free throw line. So Pat McClemens is got to be happy with that one.
Yeah, coming out in the second, we got Bisker, Rehorst, McClemens, Mack, and Stark for Watertown. And for Central, we have Duran.
Yellow comes back. He's got 2 fouls, so that'll be interesting. Looks like Bendo's in there.
Looks like Steele.
And Bissonette. Yellow has it. He's going to get it over to Bendo in the corner. As that one stays in bounds. Good effort there from Yellow to keep it in. As he got it to Duran. Arrows in a zone here. He's going to throw it up to Jack Mack, who gets around him, and he gets fouled going up for the layup as he will go to the line for 2. Duran almost had that one poked out, but as you can see here on the replay, he gets around, and then he gets it on the arm going up.
Yeah, on that one, I think it was more of him coming down on the ball that kind of got it.
Yeah, and he got his arm a little bit, so.
Yeah.
Mack's first one rattles out.
Jack's second
is good. He now has 5 points on the game. As Yellow has it. Dribbling with his left, guarded by Stark. Central's going to set up a play here, it looks like.
Over to Steele.
Steele's going to drive a little bit. He's guarded by McClemens. Back to Yellow, to Duran at the top of the key. Duran's going to drive. Back to Bissonette. To Yellow. With short time on the shot clock. So he can get the shot off, and he hits it. Tough layup there from Yellow.
Yeah, especially with that low of shot clock, just driving in there, getting those points. That was really big for Central.
Bisker has it over to Mack at the top of the key to McClemens. McClemens for 3. He's off the rim as Yellow picks up the rebound. But another good look for the Arrows. As Yellow threw it up way to Bendo, but Yellow gets it back, and he's going to drive again, and that one's going to be short. But Central gets the rebound, and they're going to shoot a 3. And that one is also short as McClemens comes up with the rebound. Mack's going to drive, and we're going to get a block foul called on Duran.
Yeah. If you're watching this game, tell us where you're watching it from in the comments and who you're rooting for.
McClemens has it, guarded by Smith, who just checked into the game. Over to Mack. Back to McClemens. McClemens gonna pull up for the jumper. That one just is in and out. The Central comes up with the rebound. Yellow's gonna kick it up early. That one's gonna get picked off though by Stark. Stark over to Mack. Mack scores. Central wanted to travel there, but it did not get called. We got something in the live chat from my mom. Conrad Mason, you are doing a fantastic job on the calls. Go Arrows and great work, Arrow TV. Thank you, Mom. Watching in the car Central High School for the wrestling today, so shout out to the Arrow wrestlers. As McClemens picked that one off, it looks like, and we got a scrum for it. Starkson come up with it. We got Mack, and now we're gonna get another foul call on Central.
That will be on Robert Steele.
That one is on Steele. Central is getting into foul trouble early here in this game.
Yeah.
I believe Duran, Yellow, and Smith all have 2 fouls. And currently Smith and Yellow are both on the floor, so they both have to be careful to not pick up a third. Because if they pick up a third, that could get really interesting really quick. So Bisker's gonna throw it into Stark. Mack is gonna take it over to Rabine. Back to Stark, to McClemens, wide open for 3. Oh, that one is too strong, but Stark is gonna get the rebound, and he's gonna get fouled. That one is on Smith. That is his 3rd personal before before we're even halfway through the 2nd quarter.
Yeah, and he's one of those guys on their team too, who he can shoot, and he's one of those very physical defenders.
But, you know, as we talked about that defensive aggressiveness, as Bisker's gonna go for 3, that one is off the rim, and that one's gonna go off of Mack, as the Watertown crowd does not agree with that call, but it's gonna be Central's ball.
Echo Halligan watching from Gilmer, Texas. Go Central. Thank you for watching Arrow TV.
From Texas, I don't know. We probably have had that before, but cool. Shout out from Texas. So
Bisonette's got the ball. That's
Yellow.
That's Yellow.
He's gonna drive, and we're gonna get a foul on Mack, as the Watertown crowd also does not agree with that call, but I think that was a foul.
Yeah. Preston Yellow. Oh, they'll inbound it down low.
Inbound it down low. Looks like that is Mack's 1st personal.
Steele will inbound it. Gets to Yellow.
For 3.
Yellow for 3.
Too long, and we're gonna get an offensive foul. See if we can
that one's on Soderlund.
Yeah, I can see the shove there underneath on McClemens. That one's gonna get called every time. And that is their 5th of the quarter, so McClemens will go to the line.
And Soderlund has 2 fouls now too.
Yeah, as we said, they're gonna play aggressive, but sometimes you can get too aggressive, and already they have multiple guys in foul trouble. And already the Arrows are at the line, so any more fouls this quarter, Arrows will be at the line, so McClemens is 1st is good.
Decker comes into the game, as well as...
I believe that might be it.
Devin Soderlund.
So the younger brother of Soderlund comes into the game.
He's a freshman.
He's a freshman. Freshman playing varsity. You don't see that too often. So Yellow's got the ball. He's going to get a screen from Bendo. Bendo's going to get it, and he's going to kick it out to Steele, who passed up on the 3. He's going to drive, though, and we're going to get a foul underneath on Decker. Good shot fake there from Steele, and good drive pick forced Decker for the foul. As you can see there, and then Decker reaches in, and that's going to get called.
Yeah. Yellow will bring it in.
We'll inbound. They're going to throw it deep, and that one's going to be
caught by Bessonet.
Bessonette's going to get it after it was tipped by Rabine. The younger brother of Soderlund gets over to Yellow. Yellow drives, and another foul on Decker. That's Decker's 2nd foul within a couple of seconds. I believe that is his 2nd. As yes, Stain Stark is coming and checking for the arrows. As yes, Decker will go to the bench.
We got some comments. Adam Turbeck's watching from here in Watertown. Shout out to you.
Yellow has it. He's going to drive. He's going to kick it out. And a charge call on Yellow. That is his third as the charge, as Dane Stark standing there. You got a replay here on it. Or sorry, Bisker picked that one up. Now Logan Solderen will check in. So Stark will take it up the court. Watertown's gonna have a set play here. To Bisker. Into Rabine. To McClemens. McClemens gonna put up a floater. That one just misses. Mack gets the rebound, puts it up. That one misses, but it's tipped out by Rabine. Bisker for three. Oh, that one just off the rim. But a couple offensive rebounds there. Now we're gonna trap and foul on Bisker.
That will only be Bisker's first
personal, fourth of the quarter from the arrows. So any more fouls in the quarter, we will go to the line.
Steele will bring it up the court.
Steele over to Bendo. And he's going to turn it over as McClemens going to pick that one off. He's going to dish it up to Bisker. Back to McClemens to Mack. Mack's going to get a screen from McClemens. He's going to throw it way out to Bisker. Bisker to Rabine to Stark. Jack Mack posted up. He gets the ball. Going to spin, puts up the shot, and he gets the and one. Great move there from Mack as he hits the shot. As he will go to the line now for an and one.
The Arrows have shot really well tonight from the free throw line. They're shooting 89% right now.
That foul was on Solderen. That is his second personal. Max free throw goes in as the Arrows increase the lead to 16. And we're at timeout Central. We're gonna have a full minute timeout, so we will be back after this break. Welcome back to the Civic Arena as the Arrows lead 32-16, and we've got some Jack Mack highlights tonight who's been dominant.
Yeah, he's got 10 points right now. He's been really good down low, scoring a lot of points down there.
Driving really well. He's got fouled a couple times, so he's had a couple and ones. You can see his last one right here. Or excuse me, that last foul I believe was on Bendo, so excuse me for getting that wrong. As now he will throw it in to Steele, as we're gonna get a little press here for a 1-2-2. And Arrow's gonna try to trap as that one's gonna go around, and we're gonna get a loose ball. Rushworth has it to Mack. Oh, and he went for the dunk. He made the shot, but I don't know if we can really call that a dunk. But Mack with 12 points now tonight. It's the Arrows lead 34-16. And the Arrows are gonna drop into a 1-3-1 zone. And that one's gonna get picked off by Mack. He's gonna slow it up. He's gonna get to Bisker. Bisker's layup is no good. It might have got blocked, as now that pass is tipped
over by
Stark, because now Duran has it. He's gonna put up a wild shot. As Ruhorst's gonna pick up that rebound. As now McClemens gonna throw it way up to Bisker, and Bisker cannot keep that one in bounds. Really back and forth last 30 seconds right there.
Yeah, Watertown's just been a little bit too fast. They're running a little bit faster than they should be, but
just slow it down sometimes. But I mean, I don't think McClemens gonna be super upset with just trying to go quick down to the floor, get some transition buckets. So now Steele will have it, and he's gonna get trapped. He's gonna get it though to Duran. And now that one's gonna get
by Dane Stark.
But Central's gonna come up with it. Bendo drive with his right, Soderlin for 3. That one's short as Stark's gonna pick up the rebound. Stark to Clemens for 3. That one's short, and Clemens gonna get his rebound. And that ball, it's gonna be Central ball. Referee saying that ball got tipped off of Dane Stark. We got a replay here, and ooh, it's a little tough.
That was close.
Little tough to see. It was very close.
It looks like it barely takes his shorts.
Maybe
there.
grazes his shorts. Maybe it grazed his shoe. But nonetheless, it is Central basketball. So Durant's gonna have it on the right. Drive with his left, gonna put up the jumper, and he banks it in. The bank is open for Durant.
Durant has been really good at those mid shots tonight.
Yes, he's had a couple of them, whether it's been, pivots and he goes for a layup or like that, the bank. So Anderson's gonna have it to Stark, and we're gonna get
an
offensive foul on Rehorst. We got a replay here of it. Yeah, you can see he kind of got a little shove there. Shoves Bessonette in the back. That's gonna be a foul, and now Rehorst is gonna check out of the game as Jack Mack will come back in.
Got something going on down here. The refs are gonna meet together.
Refs are gonna talk about something.
All right, back to play.
Might have been if Central goes to the line, but since it was an offensive foul, Central does not go shoot 2 free throws. So Steele will take it up the court for Central. He can get to Duran. Duran's gonna take on Mack. He's gonna do another one of those moves, and he's gonna call it for travel. You can see when he kind of went up for that layup, he slipped in. That one's gonna get, you either gotta call foul or you gotta call travel on it.
Stark will bring it up the court for Watertown.
He is guarded by Steele. He gets over to Bisker. Bisker. He's gonna get it to Martinson, who puts up the floater. That one just goes out. Stark gets the rebound. He gets blocked, and we're gonna get a foul call
On Bessonette.
on Bessonette. I don't know about that one. That one looked like he got the ball to me. We got a replay here of it. Oh, yeah, you can see follow through. He gets his fingers.
Yep.
So the right call there by the official as Stark's first is in, as the Arrows increase the lead to 35-18 with 1 minute and 6 seconds left here in the second quarter.
Dane Stark second. As he makes it, nothing but net. Steele will bring it up the court again for Central.
Watertown has an 18-point lead here with 1 minute left in the second.
Over to Soderlin.
To Bissonette, who is guarded by Anderson. So you give it back to Soderlin.
Soderlin for 3.
A deep 3. That one's off the back rim as Mack picks up the rebound. To Dane Stark, to Mack.
Over to Martinson.
To Anderson, to Stark, into Mack. Mack's gonna kick it out to McClemens, to Anderson for 3. That one's off the rim. As Bendo picked up that rebound, and now Soderlin will take it up the court for Central, who will likely hold for the final shot at the half. Nope, Duran's gonna take it in. He's gonna miss the shot. Arrow's got a fast break here. Stark to Martinson. Martinson's layup is no good, but Stark gets the rebound. That was no good. Anderson gets the rebound. That was no good, but the 4th try goes in as the Arrows up the lead to 20. As now we got a steal. McClemens puts it up. Oh, just misses. That's a great half from the Arrows, as the Arrows have a 38-18 lead at the end of the first half. Make sure to stick around for the second half here on Arrow TV.
My name's Carter Bisker. I'm a senior. Person I look up to most would probably be my dad. When I'm not playing basketball, I like to go golfing, go hunting. If I had to sing one song in front of a packed arena, I do not know the answer to that question. If I could bring back any fashion trend, don't have an idea for that either. If I had to delete all but 2 apps from my phone, I'd keep Instagram Reels and Snapchat.
My name's Caden Decker, and I'm a senior. My favorite high school memory is probably winning the state football championship last year. The person I look up to the most is probably my mom. When I'm not playing basketball, I like to play football. If I could be any animal, I would be probably a gorilla. If I could be any superhero, I would be the Flash. If I won the lottery, I would buy a mansion and a jet. Master Rabine, I'm a senior, and we're number 12. My go-to meal is probably chicken Alfredo. My favorite sports team is the Dallas Cowboys. Favorite TV show? I don't really have one. Person I look up to most is my dad. When I'm not playing basketball, I like to be on the lake with friends or golfing. If I could travel anywhere in the world, I'd probably go to Paris.
Welcome back to the Watertown Civic Arena. As now in the broadcast booth, we've got Kyle Gaw. Kyle, what do you think about the game so far?
Well, I think Watertown in the second quarter got very floppy. And I thought, well, I know we got like a big lead at 15, 16 points, but we got to still take good care of the ball.
Yeah, I would agree. Watertown, second quarter, they had a couple of unnecessary turnovers and fouls, so they'll have to clean that up in the second half. But I think overall, they're playing great.
Yes, they're playing very great, and we got like a 20-point lead. So that is good too, and Carl the Biscuit playing good, Jack Mack is playing good, Isaac Rehorst is playing good, like the whole team are playing good, and we're playing very good team ball.
So I heard, Kyle, you got a story to tell us?
Yeah, so back in my year, back like in 2008, we went to the state tournament, and the first game we played like the peer governors, which was an after of a battle. And that came down to about 20 seconds to go in the fourth quarter, and Watertown had the ball. We were up by like 1 or 2 points, and Josh Hansen or Justin Johnson, one of the two, made like 2 clutch free throws to like seal the game for us.
Wow. So, well, I want to say thank you, Kyle, for hopping in the broadcast booth for us for a little bit. So we're going to go to break, and when we're back, we'll have highlights of the first half.
Okay, sounds good. So the first half, I would say,
We're back here for some highlights of the first half. We got some Carter Brisker highlights. He's been really good tonight. He shot the ball really well. You can see a couple of threes he's made. He's been driving well, and he's been playing really good defense.
Yeah, for Watertown, that's been one of the big things is, or this whole year, is Carter Bisker getting him the ball outside on the three-point line.
And just let him create, you know. He can shoot it, he can drive, he can dish it off to someone else. He can dish it off to someone like Jack Mack, who's also been really good tonight in the post. Couple and ones, couple, tough layups, he's been everything the Arrows have wanted.
Yeah, he's been really good down low, and they've just been feeding him the ball off those fast breaks, and he's been using them for good.
Yeah.
He's got a couple of those and ones on there.
And an almost dunk, but couldn't quite throw it down. But what do we think, transitioning to Central, what do we think they got to change in the second half?
I think they turned the ball over a lot in the first half. They just got to handle the ball better, but they have foul trouble.
Yes.
They have They have Sean Smith, who's in foul trouble. They got Preston Yellow, who's in foul trouble. I think even Soderlin has 2 fouls. So coming into the second half, they have to be careful with their fouling and their defensive integrity.
Yeah, because as we said, they are a very aggressive team, but sometimes you can be too aggressive and you can get into foul trouble, because I believe, we don't have exact stats up here, but I believe Yellow has 3 fouls. I believe Smith has 3 fouls. I think
Soderlin has 2.
Bissonette, I believe, has 1 or 2.
And then Duran
has 2. So, as we said, they need to get out of foul trouble, because not only can you not play your starters because they're in foul trouble, risk of fouling out, you also, when you get so many fouls, Watertown can go to the line, and Watertown's been making a lot of free throws tonight, a lot of just free points on, you know, some silly fouls from Central.
Yeah. And that's one thing that Watertown has really just improved on, is they've got those points when there's those fouls. And that's the thing that's ruined Central, is those fouls have contributed to points for Watertown.
So we'll get the super chat here. We've got Wyoming Smile rooting for the Cobblers. Unfortunately, in my opinion, the officiating isn't always fair for them. I feel for you as a fan of some certain sports teams, and the refs tonight, you know, some calls have gone Watertown's way, some have gone Central's way, but I feel for you. We got Jackie 1720 watching from the SDSU boys b-ball game. Go Jack Mack. We got Paul Bisker, watched the game last night at the arena, now watching from Volga today. Go Bisker, go Arrow, and go Arrows. And we got Rusty Rimmers, great work, Conrad and Mason. We were all getting a little tired of listening to Norberg anyway. I wonder what Norberg's gonna think of that one.
Yeah, Norberg will have something funny to say about that.
Maybe he's listening right now. He can say something in the chat to defend himself.
Yeah.
So
and I just want to say thanks to
the entire crew.
Yeah, the entire crew. Ryan Remmers, for all that he does. Shows up like 2-3 hours every day before the games and gets everything ready.
None of this would be possible without him. So shout out Ryan Remmers and Austin Thompson running the production. Jaron Mogg, your younger brother, running the technical director. We got Jonathan Gilbertson running the graphics on the video boards in here. Then we got Kyle Gall, as we said, running camera 1 per usual. We got Kira Thu running camera 4. We got Ryder Shell running camera 2, and we got Bella running
Lucas. Camera 3.
Yes, Bella Lucas running camera 3. So I'd like to say thank you to all of them for doing that stuff, so me and Mason can have fun in the broadcast booth calling the game tonight. So the boys are back out on the floor. School song is going. So I think for Watertown in the second half, just keep up what you did in the first, then you should be set up for success.
Yeah, and just improving on turning over the ball and just not playing over
aggressive.
Yeah.
So I would say maybe get the ball in Bisker's hands a little bit more, let him create a little bit. As Watertown's kind of cooled off from their three-point shooting. I don't think they have had one since the first quarter.
Yeah, they've been using down low, very useful, and that was one of the things that we kind of touched on at the start of the game, was how Central doesn't have really a big man.
Yeah.
They have 2 guys that are 6'4" that play most of the time, but they don't have somebody like Isaac Rehorst, who's 6'7" that down there.
Yeah, because Watertown hasn't shot the 3 really well tonight, but you don't really need to shoot the 3 really well when you've been just dominant in the paint.
Yeah.
So we're about 30 seconds here from the start of the second half. I believe Central will have it first, but I could be wrong on that. So I would assume the starters from both teams will start the second half here, and should get interesting.
Yeah, it'll be fun to see what happens.
We'll see if Central can stay out of foul trouble. I know we keep mentioning it, but that is just one of the big things.
Yep, and for Watertown, it's the same 5 starters. McClemens, Decker, Bisker, Stark, and Mack.
And Central is TBA, as they're not taking the floor yet.
And it looks like it will be Watertown ball coming out.
Yes, okay, it will be Watertown ball. So we'll see if the Arrows have a play drawn up here. See if Coach McClemens can get a little creative. It looks like they're setting up for something, but as for Central, we have Smith. Yes, they have 5 starters out there. We have Soldier, Smith, Yellow, Bissonette, and Duran.
Stark will bring it up the court to start the half.
Centrals came out in a 2-3 zone. That's a change from the first half. Arrows are going to swing it to Decker for 3. Too short. McClemens is going to save it. He's going to throw it off the cinch. He's going to throw it off Yellow, and it'll be Watertown ball. Heads up play there from McClemens.
Yeah, looking at the replay here, just comes off the rim there. McClemens just turns around and
Throws it
he's
off
right there.
Throws it off Yellow. Smart play there from McClemens. Watertown keeps the ball. That one's going to get stolen. Stolen by Yellow. He's going to go for the left. He gets rejected by Jack Mack. What a block.
Over to Bisker, and Bisker for 2.
What a sequence there from the Arrows.
As Yellow will bring it up.
Duran has it. Back cut there from Smith. Over to, that's a 2-pointer. That one is in
For Bissonette.
Bissonette, but that is a 2-pointer. Foot was on the line. Cuts the lead to 20. Mack to Bisker. Central staying in their 2-3 zone. Bisker to McClemens. To Decker. To McClemens
For 3.
Oh, just off as Bissonette gets the rebound. As Yellow takes it up the court once again for Central. Duran to Smith. Gets shielded by Yellow. I believe he want to take a 3 there, and we're gonna get a block called on Decker. That will be his 3rd personal.
Yellow will inbound it for Central.
Over to Bissonette, and a good move there. He's gonna get an open layup, but he cannot hit it. As Matt gets the rebound, he's gonna push up court. Oh, he gets stolen there by Yellow, who's got a wide open layup, and he's gonna hit it.
And that was one of the things that we talked about last half was they have very aggressive defense for Central, especially with their guards. With Yellow, Smith, and Soderlund, they're very aggressive on defense.
See if the Arrows can finally break this 2-3 as they do, as Mack gets blocked now and Stark gets fouled going up for the shot, as now he'll go back to the line.
That one, I believe, was on Duran. So that will be his 3rd.
No, I don't believe. It might
that
have
on
been.
Duran?
I think I saw it was on Smith, but it could be on.
Was it on Smith?
Could be on
Oh,
Soldierin.
It was on Smith, so that will be his 4th.
Smith now has 4 fouls, and yes, he's going to check out of the game.
As Benbow will come into the game.
Wouldn't be surprised if Smith doesn't come back into this game until the 4th quarter.
Yeah.
So as Stark hit his first free throw, he'll go back for his 2nd. See if he can keep up his good day here. His 2nd one is good.
Stark has 9 points now.
Stark has 9, and the Arrows are going to come out in a full court press. He's going to try to trap, and they have, but they get it over, and they get it across half court. Good job by Central there, as Bendo has it. Over Yellow, who drives and gets blocked by Decker.
Blocked by Can Decker there. And that's the thing is we have this year, like last year, we didn't really have those defensive guards.
You can see the replay there. Decker got up on that one, was able to block it out of bounds. Central will keep the ball, though, as they inbound it to Bissonette. Over to Yellow, who thought about the 3. Now he will take it, and that one is short as Rehorst comes down with the rebound. He's going to throw it to McClemens, who takes it up court. Clemens to Decker. Central still in their 2-3. Bisker for 3. Boom! Bisker with his 3rd 3-pointer of the night ups the lead to 23 for the Arrows.
He's got 11 points on the night now.
Bisker's having a good night for himself. A lot of the Arrows are. Duran's gonna drive over to Bendo. Bendo will now drive. He's going to put up the shot, and that one's no good. So McClemens picks up the rebound to Bisker. McClemens now thought about taking it, but now, oh, we're going to turn over there from Mack. A little miscommunication there for Mack, and Rehorst is turnover. Now, deep three from Duran, and that one's nothing but net. That's an answer there from Duran. That was deep. He was about 3 feet off the line, and he drained it. Rehorst inside. That one is short. I think he wanted a foul, but nothing got called.
Central's defending very well now, down low.
The 2-3 zone has helped them out a lot on that. As Duran's going to drive, and we're going to foul call it on Jack Mack.
That'll be his second of the night.
As we're going to get a replay here of it, and yeah, he's just all over him, and that's going to get called.
Duran will shoot his first one here. As Jack Mack will go off the court. Looks like he might have a bloody nose. As Stark will come into the game for the Arrows.
Yeah, Mack's getting treated to on the bench. Now Faith will go back to maybe grab some more supplies. Yeah, and Jack Mack's going to head back to the locker room, it looks like. As Duran's first rattles in.
Duran's got 10 points for Central.
We got another super chat from Wyoming Smile. You young men are doing a great job broadcasting. Thank you for Art the compliment. It's our first time, at least us two together, doing this. I've done this a couple of times. Duran makes his second. I've caught a couple of girls' games before, but this is my first boys' game, and then this is Mason's first game. So thank you for the compliment. This Decker is going to get over to Stark. Central's going to still stay in their 2-3 zone. That's definitely been limiting Watertown's big man in the paint. So it has been working. It's now Bisker for three. Bang! And we're going to get a foul called on Central.
Looks like that one will be on Benbow.
I believe Bendo might have pushed Rehorst under the basket. As we're going to get a replay of that here. Bisker's three was nothing but net, and then you can see kind of down low in the corner, it looks like Bendo might have shoved Rehorst, so the basket will count and Watertown will have the ball under the basket. How often do you see that?
I think that's the first time I've seen that in a while. Oh,
and we're getting a foul, and looks like Rehorst, and we're gonna get technical foul called on Soldrin. I believe that it will be probably his fifth.
No, that'll be Sutherland's third.
Okay, it'll be his third, and then I wonder, do we have another foul for the tackle? Can we get a replay on that, please? So you got it here. Yeah, you can see Soldering just grabs him and throws him to the floor. If we can get that rolled back, please, that would be perfect. You can kind of see in the bottom right corner, we can go super slow here. You can see Solderen right now just kind of throws Rehorst to the ground. Great replay work by our Aero TV crew there.
Yeah, so that will be his fourth, I'm pretty sure.
So the official's talking it over. Once again, you see the replay again, kind of just gets thrown to the floor. So that will be a technical. So McClemens will go to the line for the technical shots. I don't know if it's any more than that. So now Solderen has 4 fouls, because I believe he picked up the one for the foul, and then I don't know if they called that just a technical or if he got 2 fouls for just the normal foul and the technical. So I believe that's what happened. So McClemens' first one was good. The second one is also good. So McClemens goes 2 for 2 from the line, and now the Arrows will have the ball since it was a technical. So Steele checks into the game as Solderen he's going to hang out by the bench. He's got 4 fouls now, obviously, and I don't know if his coach is going to put him back in the game after that.
Central also has Smith with 4 fouls.
I believe Smith, is he in the game right now? I don't believe he is.
He's
Smith is on the bench, yes. So Smith has 4 fouls on the bench. So as we keep alluding to, they play aggressive defense, but you know, that's going to be, you're going to get a lot of fouls that way. So Bisker to Decker. Decker's going to reset it here. To McClemens. To Bisker, good cut, good shot. Good offense there from the Arrows as the Arrows up the lead to 25. Just complete dominance here today from the Arrows.
As Bisker now has 16 points on the night.
16. I think he's making a run for Dakota Land Federal Credit Union player of the game. As Duran's shot is no good. Bisker has it. He's gonna drive. He's gonna get the and one. Tough layup there from Carter Bisker. He ups it to 18, and he responds to my quote about, I think he's got to be one of the favorites for Dakota Land Federal Credit Union player of the game today.
I would agree with that statement.
So Decker will check out of the game.
Rabine comes in.
Bisker's and one shot is nothing but net. So Yellow takes it up the court. Guarded by Stark. That one gets kind of poked away. Clemens going for it. Central's got a 5-on-4 here, but McClemens gets back. Bendo, Steele. Steele's gonna drive. Gonna pass it out to Bissonette. To Yellow for 3. That one's tipped. That ball was tipped by Dane Stark, and Brehorst gonna pick it up. Now McClemens gets past him. McClemens for 3. Oh, just misses it. And we're gonna get a foul.
Down low, it looks like
foul on the Arrows. Didn't quite catch who it was on.
I think it was on Rehorst.
Yeah, looks like it was on Rehorst, over the back or a shove. Kind of hard to tell.
He is third on the night.
That'll be his 3rd personal.
And Mason Anderson will come into the game for Watertown. And Eisler will come in for Central.
So Yellow will take it up the court for Central. To Duran.
Ooh,
good
nice
pass, good cut, and Yellow's gonna pick that one up. Good pass, good cut there. Stark to McClemens, swing it over to Mack. To Stark. And that one gets stolen by Steele. He's gonna throw it up to Bendo. To Yellow, guarded by Rabine. To Duran. Duran for 3. And he gets fouled, putting up the shot. So he'll go to the line for 3 shots. That foul was on Mason Anderson, I believe. As we got a replay of it here.
Yeah, it looks like that hand that was on the bottom.
It looks like when he, maybe a little shove or he lands on Anderson. So correct call there, it looks like, by the ref, as Duran would go to the line for 3 shots. Duran's first is nothing but net.
Duran's second.
It's good. 2 for 2 so far. See if he can make it 3.
Decker comes into the game for Stark. As Duran will shoot his 3rd.
And Duran goes 3 for 3 from the line. Makes up for the 3-pointer that was no good, but he got fouled on. So Central cuts the lead to 23. Anderson has it to Rabine. To McClemens inside. McClemens' shot is no good, and we're gonna get over the back call on McClemens, I believe. And that is Watertown's 5th foul of the half. So I believe Steele will go to the line for 2.
Robert Steele at the line, shooting 2 for the Cobblers.
Steele's first.
It's no good.
Off the front rim.
That shot was very flat. See if he can make the adjustment here on his second. And that one rattles out. As Mack, I believe, picked up that rebound. He's going to push up the court. From Rabine to Deckard, back to Mack. Mack inside to Anderson. Anderson's going to put it up. That one just misses, but he's going to get fouled. So he'll go to the line for 2 now.
And that one was on Eisler. So that will be his first foul of the night.
Or I believe, yeah, it might have been on Eisler or Steele. Kind of hard to tell from up here. It was on Eisler, yep.
Watertown tonight is 16 for 17. Well, now 17 for 18 from the free throw line.
If you're a coach, you just have to absolutely love that. I mean,
Yeah.
obviously, yeah, with the 1 miss, but still, you can't get much better than that. I mean, every day of basketball, you practice free throws for this, and Watertown taking advantage as Anderson goes 1 for 2 from the line as his second is short. As Yellow has it. And Yellow's gonna drive and he's gonna get the layup. Good drive, good shot there from Yellow as he cuts the lead to 22. Decker has it to Bisker. Bisker's gonna drive, kind of gets stolen, but he gets it to Mack. Mack is gonna get called for travel. Took 1 too many steps there, and Mack gets called for the travel before he could dish it out to Bisker, so Central will take it back with 1 minute left here in the 3rd quarter. Yellow has it guarded by Decker. Yellow will drive, kick it out to Bendo for 3. That one is no good, and that one's gonna get scrubbed for it. Anderson's gonna pick up the board.
Over to Decker. Decker to Rabine. Rabine shoots it.
And that
2
one is
for Rabine.
in. Good move there from Rabine. He picks up, I believe, his first points of the night. We got a 3, no good.
Ooh, poked out there by
No
Rabine.
foul. As Mack will end up with the ball, and he's gonna get fouled by Eisler.
That'll be 2 shots for Watertown. Is that Central's 6th foul of the half, or of the quarter?
I'm not sure exactly which, but I know they have at least 5, so Mack will go to the line, and I will say it, we are getting into, the students say 6-7 territory.
Yeah, 6 or 7, 8 points away.
We have gotten very close multiple times, and it has not happened yet. So last night, we got to 66, and we made a 2-pointer, we got to 68. So we'll see if it happens.
Ooh, we got a comment from Carter Remmers. Nice to have the A team commenting tonight.
Oh, taking a shot at Sam and Brian. Thank you, Carter. Unfortunate that you couldn't make it today, but I'm sure we'll see you again sometime. Steele has it. It gets picked off by Rabine. Rabine for 3. Oh, just misses. As the 3rd quarter comes to an end, the Arrows lead the Cobblers 60-64. We will be back after this break for the 4th quarter. We're going to welcome you back in here at the Watertown Civic Arena for the 4th quarter. And I'd like to call out Sam Mooney and Brian Norberg. If you're listening, I would like you to comment in chat if you can to defend yourselves here. So we're getting a lot of comments about the A team, so about who should maybe be the A team. So I'd like you to, if you could, please maybe go into the live chat, comment a little bit to defend yourselves here. So, but we've got some highlights here. Carter Bisker, who's been incredible tonight.
Yeah, he's had some good looks at 3. This second half here, he's really got, or he's been scoring down low. He's got those low passes just as that one where it was right in there. And then he had that really tough layup towards the middle of the third quarter there. So yeah, he's been really good tonight for the Arrows.
So we got the start of the fourth quarter here. In for the Arrows, we have I believe the usual starting five. So we have Bisker, Mack, Decker, McClemens, and Rehorst. And for Central, we have...
Looks like Sean Smith,
Let's check
Preston
back.
Yellow, Benbow, Duran, and Bisonette. So that throw's no good, but Benbow, excuse me, was able to get the rebound. And now we had a good move from Bisonette, but he can't get it to fall. Arrow's going to get the rebound after the tip. Bisker picked up his dribble. He's going to throw it up to Mack. Over to Decker.
Decker will hand it off to McClemens. Seems like Central's gone back into a man. So Bisker to Mack. To McClemens. To Rehorst. We got 12 seconds left here on the shot clock. Decker's going to get a screen there from Rehorst. To Mack. To Bisker. Bisker's going to get fouled by Yellow.
And that'll be his fourth.
I think the crowd wanted a tech foul there. We'll get a replay on it. Yeah, kind of, definitely a foul. I don't know if it's enough to be a technical, but.
No, I think he was just trying to steal it there, but then he kind of just started to hold him, but.
We got Mack. To Bisker. Bisker thought about taking the three, but didn't. He gets trapped, but he's able to get it out to Decker. Rehorst to McClemens. Will dribble with his right to Rehorst. Wide open, go for the dunk. Oh, just misses. Just misses the dunk. Central's going to pick it up as Duran, and we're going to get a block, I believe, on McClemens.
That was one of those dunks that I wish we had.
Yes, that's almost a signature dunk at this point. He's had so many of those where he gets it right on the baseline and he goes up for it. Couldn't get that one to connect. As Yellow inbounds it to Benbow. Benbow's going to drive back out to Yellow, though. Yellow will now drive, and he's going to get fouled. I believe he will go to the line for two.
We got two.
As the replay on that, you can see Decker just swipes down right on his arm. And as we say a lot, that's going to get called every time.
Yellow's first one. He's good.
Yellow second is good. Yellow goes 2 for 2 from the line as Mack inbounds it to McClemens. McClemens to Bisker, who thought about the three, and he tries to swing it across court to Decker, but it doesn't connect as Duran picked it off. And a good pass there, and a good shot fake from Benbow as Central picks up 2 points.
Yeah, that was good teamwork there by Central.
Good transition offense. Swipe the ball from the Arrows, swing it over. Good pass underneath and a good shot.
Decker will drive in.
And we're gonna get a foul. I believe that one's on Duran, so you got a replay of it here. Yeah, I don't know about that one. It looks like Decker might have slipped, but you can kind of see a little shove there, so that's about a 50-50 call. Rehorst gets the inbound. Mack, Decker. Decker gets it poked away by Duran again, but Mack's gonna end up with it. To Rehorst for the dunk! Yeah! And Rehorst slams it down! First one of the night for the Arrows. This is now Benbow has it to Duran. Duran puts up the jump shot and hits it.
I think that was a 2.
It was a 2, but that was a great shot from Duran. That's kind of his signature, you know, he dribbles into the middle and then he pulls up.
Yeah, he's been really good at those tonight, too. He's hit
Mack, like to Bisker. Decker McClemens thought about three, didn't take it though. Max drives, puts up the shot, and he hits it. Mac scores again. He's having a great night. Deep three. That one's short. Bit of a questionable shot.
That one will be off Decker. It'll be Central's ball. As Dane Stark will come into the game for Decker.
We're gonna push it up the court as the arrows weren't ready, as Smith has it. As I believe that's a 2, it's no good off the back iron. McClemens gets it. Oh, that one gets picked off. Picked off by Yellow, who's gonna go for the layup, and he's gonna get fouled.
That one, he just had too much body there.
Clear foul there on Bisker. That was a great last shot that we had. You can see here, he jumps early, and yeah, just all over him. So smart from Bisker not to let him put the shot up, but he will go to the line for 2. Yellow's first is short.
There's Eisler will come back to the game, and Mason Anderson for Watertown.
Yellow's second is also short. Short on both from the line. As Mac will take it up the court. The Bisker to McClemens. The Bisker
wide open
for 3. Oh, just misses. The student section was gonna go crazy if that went in. As we're gonna get a foul. As now Duran will go to the line for 2. I wouldn't be shocked if we see Watertown try a couple more 3s.
Yeah. As the notorious 6-7 is 3 points away now.
Yes, so we need a 3-pointer, we need an and one, or we need a 2-pointer and then a foul. So Duran's first is no good. Central has missed their last 3 free throw attempts, so. And, you know, in situations like this for Central, like, this is just the stuff that you gotta start correcting. Like, free throws are a big one, you know, like late in the game like this where you're not gonna win. You know, he makes the second one there, so.
Yeah, that's been something they've really struggled with this second half is free throws.
Mac inside. He's gonna put up the shot, and that one's no good. And Dane Stark threw it off of Eisler, but it did not go out of bounds. So Central will take it up the court. Bendo's gonna put up a shot, and that one's nothing but net. McClemens inside to Anderson. Anderson drives, he gets fouled. So he's gonna go to the line for 2.
That one will be on Eisler. I think that's his 3rd.
Anderson's first is good.
Good.
Watertown shooting 91% from the free throw line. As his second is no good. I don't think McClemens gonna be happy about that, but the student section will be.
Sean Smith there with the shot.
And we're gonna get a foul on Duran there. I believe that might be his 5th.
Nope, that'll be his 4th. It'll be Duran's 4th on the night.
So we are officially 2 points away from 6-7. The student section has been waiting for this all season. We will see if it finally comes as Duran will check out.
Looks like Devin Soderlund will come into the game for Central. As Dane Stark will bring it up the court. passes it over to Bisker. Over to McClemens for 3.
And he hits it! McClemens will be happy about that one, but the student section will not be. The one time Watertown does not need a 3, they hit it as the lead increases to 24.
25.
25, excuse me. Bembo hits the 3. And we're gonna timeout. Timeout Central. I believe this would just be to sub. I don't know, they're gonna talk about this.
It looks like the starters will come out for Watertown, though.
So we got some highlights here of that 3-pointer. I'm sure Coach will be happy about it, but the student section, perfect shot there. All of them are just devastated. As we were 2 points from it, we needed a 2-pointer, but we shot 3. So I'm sure. Shout out to Kirathu for that shot. I'm sure we'll get more chances for it later this year. But man, we've been so close so many times. Last night we were 1 point away. Today we just needed a 2-pointer for it. I believe might have been against Brookings. I think we were a 3-pointer or a 2-pointer away, and we didn't get it.
Yeah.
Here's that rehorse dunk again. That was the first one of the night for the Arrows. Now it's crazy to say that in high school, but I think we've got 3 guys on the team who can dunk, so I think it'd happen more often. But
as the game starts back over, we have Max Martinson, who has come into the game for Watertown, Landon Struckman, Ashton Rabine, Max Martinson.
Martinson's gonna put up the layup, and that one's gonna fall. Arrows are gonna put up 70 points today. Just complete dominance from the Arrows today.
Williamson has it. Over to Eisler.
Fake the 3. We're gonna drive. Good back cut. Good dish out the 3. It's no good as Dink Stark will come up with the rebound for the Arrows. Rabine into Anderson to Stark. Stark's gonna drive the chip for 3. Oh, he just misses.
Oh,
Anderson gets it back. To Stark.
Landon Struckman for
Struckman
3.
for 3. Oh, he misses. Central comes up with the rebound. And we're at timeout Central to sub, I believe. Yes, Eisler will check out of the game.
As Dorian Gilliga will come into the game for Central.
We apologize for not knowing all the players' names for Central. We try to research their starters, and so we will make sure everyone gets called out.
That's
shots up, it's no good, but Williamson's shot was no good, and we're gonna get a foul call on Central, and Martinson, I believe, will go to the line now. Yep, he will.
So, Dakota Land Federal Credit Union Player of the Game.
We got a couple options. In my opinion, I think it's got to be Bisker. Yeah, he's been really good tonight. So, if we can get the camera up, we got the shirt right here. I think we got to give it to Bisker. I know Jack Mack had a great game. Maybe we should just give 2 of them out, but I think Carter Bisker is going to be the Dakota Land Federal Credit Union Player of the Game. So, Carter Bisker, this is going to go to you after the game. As Martinson goes 2 for 2 from the line.
1 minute remaining in the 4th. The Central has the ball, passes it down to
Solderen has it. He's gonna dribble with his left. Good pick and roll, and that one's gonna go in.
There's 2 for Gilliga.
So Watertown will have to take at least 1 more shot. Stark, Struckman to Martinson. Stark wide open. That one's in. Watertown increases the lead to 74 to 48. We'll see if Central puts up a shot here. I believe they probably will, as the three is no good. As Scrum Anderson gets the rebound, they're going to have to get it across half court, but that'll do it for today's afternoon game, as the Arrows defeat the Rapid City Central Cobblers 74 to 48 in a complete dominant game.
Yeah, the Arrows played really well today. They shot the three well. They played really well down low. Yeah, Bisker played well. Jack Mack played well.
Arrows did everything well tonight. So Tuesday night, the now 11-1 Watertown Arrows will be playing the currently undefeated Sioux Falls Lincoln Patriots. They play tonight still, but assuming Lincoln wins, Watertown will be 11-1, Lincoln will be 12-0, and that game will be here at the Civic Arena on Arrow TV. So I advise everyone watching from Watertown, please show up to this game on Tuesday. Huge game, the biggest game of the year so far for the Arrows, and we need an electric atmosphere.
Yeah, it's going to be a fun one.
So Lincoln has a couple of players committed to college, to play college basketball at Augie. Arrows have been on fire lately, winning 11 straight. So please, if you are in Watertown, please show up for tonight's game. So Carter Bisker wins the Dakota Land Federal Credit Union Player of the Game. We will go find him after this, and we'll give him the T-shirt show. So the score ends 74 to 48. The Arrows that beat the Cobblers. Once again, thank you to Arrow TV, all of our crew, for making this possible. Thank you to Dakota Land Federal Credit Union and DFS Insurance for sponsoring this, making sure everyone gets paid, paying for all the equipment. So next broadcast, Tuesday night, the Arrows will play the Lincoln Patriots we'll try to go live at 6:45. So try to make that our best broadcast of the year so far. So thank you for watching Arrow TV.